the Geek Bar Gooner. Didn't expect you to be the first guy here. How you doing, bro? I really wish I could figure out your name and why you chose to call yourself the Geek Bar Gooner. I could only imagine. Oh, okay. Oh man, I'm good, man. What'd you think about the shorts, man? I've been putting more work in them, man. Trying to be like more creative with my editing skills and just trying out new little things. I think I came up with a I'm about to launch another channel. Not right away, but I have another channel in the works. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to get all the material together and then I'm going to drop it like a bomb and just put all kind of shit on it. Hey, what's going on, man? Greetings, man. Hey, the reason I wanted to jump on here, to be honest though, is hey man, what y'all think about this weather pattern that's coming through, man, here on this weekend, man? They talking about this gonna be some historical type of weather right here, man. People gonna be stuck in their homes and the salt trucks, they ain't even gonna be able to salt the road until after they get rid of a lot of it. Nebraska is right in the path. Yeah, that's one of the states that are gonna be affected. I don't know. They always hype up these weather patterns way, except when it's a hurricane hitting Florida. They don't hype that up, bro. It's crazy over here. Oh, you by Lake Superior, huh? Yeah, you know what? That is a place I always wanted to go. Yeah, Lake Superior is always a place I wanted to go, man. I heard Lake Superior got waves that rival ocean waves. I swear to God, oh my mama. Can you mod me, Braxton? I'm not modding anybody tonight, man. Especially not somebody who's not subscribed. I got some very valuable and useful information about these trolls, man. So I gotta be on my best behavior because these guys only be trolling so they can get your channel taken away from you. Oh, you are subscribed. I don't remember what how are you oh, you know what? Maybe there is a Braxton 67. Lizard, what's going on, brother? Now that's one of my regulars. See, Braxton, the problem is you might be subscribed, but you don't never come and join none of the lives, bro. I see you sometimes because I recognize the 6-7 at the end of your name, but you don't ever be here for none of the shows, man. And we're always going live over here. For me, yeah, Friday is 2 degrees. Yeah, exactly. Michigan is saying that on Friday into Saturday, we're going to drop to -10 degrees. But it ain't even the temperature that's the problem. It's going to be the amount of snowfall. The snowfall is going to be that's going to be the devastation is the snowfall. Hopefully, it's not going to be as bad as we think it is. Hopefully, they just hyping it up. Yeah, it's going to be they talking about it's going to be a historical cold front like we haven't seen in years and years and years. So hopefully we can get through it. But I have a strong feeling that even if we do, then it's gonna come right back. later on, probably another one. If before the winter ends, we'll have another one, right? But here's another thing I don't quite understand is ever since Lake Erie's water level started tripping, and they blamed it on the wind, and on the Michigan side of Lake Erie, the water level dropped like 6 feet, right? Then they try to say, oh, it's because the wind was blowing all the water up north to the New York area. But what I didn't get was that all these places around the world are experiencing the same thing where water levels are dropping in lakes in different places all over the fucking world. Oh, hardy har chicken lizard. Yeah, the water level in Lake Erie went crazy low. I don't even know if it Dawson, how you doing tonight, sweetheart? I don't even know if or I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call Dawson a sweetheart, but how you doing at any rate though, Dawson? I mistaked you for someone else. Excuse me. Um, yeah, it was a major drop, but like the phenomenon, and the reason I don't think it's got nothing to do with the wind was for the simple fact that this has occurred in, like, I've been watching. I got all these lakes and rivers and shit like that, and even in like the ocean at some in some cases in some countries, right? The water level has dropped all over, like all over. It ain't just Lake Erie. So I was just like, well, how is that? Like, is there something happening on our planet that we're unaware of? Like, have you ever heard of the polar switch where the Earth starts to tilt every couple thousand years? And they say that if it was to ever flip all the way, basically where the South Pole becomes the North Pole and the North Pole becomes the South Pole, and I guess in some kind of weird way, it would cause the Earth to spin in the opposite direction. But in order for that to happen, the Earth has to stop. I don't know, but at any rate, I think something's going on with the planet that the scholars of the world they aware of, but they just not really putting it out there for us to know. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just letting it unfold without really telling anybody. And Geek Bar Gunner says, I was just hearing about how the magnetic field swap. Yeah, they do, bro. And it happens. And guess what? We are living in the time where it's going to occur again. Yeah, it's called the polar switch or the polar shift or some shit like that. The polar axis, it's the polar axis switch where the earth starts to tilt, and we've never been through it before. Our civilization that's alive right now, we've never been through it. But let me tell you another thing they were saying on the news, and I don't even know why, because I've never heard them say no shit like this before. But they've been saying that, like, throughout January into February, each day is going to gain like minutes on the hour every single day until like February. And I know that it's true, and I'm going to prove that it's true. So for the last 2 days, I be sleeping on the couch a lot, right? And the curtain, there's a window right in front of where I sleep that out overlooks outside. And my daughter, she goes to school every day at like 7:15. So for the last couple days, that 7:15 would come, and it would be like last week it was all the way dark, and then the next day it was still dark but you could kind of see blue in the sky, and then the next day the blue was more pronounced, and then the next day it was like, now it's light, and then this morning it was all the way light. So by tomorrow or the next day the sun's going to be in the sky. So we have been gaining these minutes every day. But okay, so now with that being said, so does anybody recall watching New Year's in New York like they do every year? They call it the ball drop. It happens every year in New York City, right? People watch the ball drop. Well, this year, bro, was the craziest year I've ever seen, right? Little shit, little subtle shit. I was literally just thinking that to myself the other day about how it feels like time's changing. It is. But look, it's definitely I got fucking proof of it. And you know what I'm gonna do? If I can, I'll film it and post the shorts of it throughout the days to where tomorrow I'll get up right when she wakes up at 7 o'clock and I'll film for 5 minutes or something like that. Cause you really ain't gonna be able to see nothing for 30 seconds, right? Nah, but daylight savings has never that's not daylight savings was always on a certain day of the month, time switches, and that's that. Not, oh well, the news starts announcing, oh well, did you guys know that for now until whatever such and such day we're going to be gaining a minute and a minute and a minute and a minute and a minute, like all these days we're getting all this time. And that's because they know time got fucked up somewhere and they're trying to fucking find a way to put it back in perspective for us without us really noticing that it got all fucked up. And I mean, like I said, back to the ball dropping in New York City, bro. On like this has never happened before. Go watch the ball drop, bro, in New York City. Go watch the ball drop. When the ball dropped, and we talked about this on my channel a few weeks back. When the ball dropped, when everybody counted from 10 to 0, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one got there and the ball didn't even drop. It was great. It was like the ball just still, like the whole crowd erupted, like, oh, Happy New Year's. And the ball just staying there. And then like 30 minutes later, 30 seconds later, then the ball came down. Maybe it wasn't a full 30 seconds, but it was like, you know, um, maybe like 15 seconds. I don't know. I didn't count, right? Like the 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1. Like I didn't count, but man, bro, the ball didn't drop with the count that the people were counting, which is the count that's on the clock. So if the people are counting, they're looking at the ball drop clock. But the ball didn't drop. And it wasn't no it wasn't no, how do you say it? It wasn't no coincidence that the ball didn't drop. It wasn't no fucking malfunction that the ball didn't drop. It was the fucking people like trying to tell you that, hey man, the the time is messed up and we just don't want to tell y'all that time is messed up. And the reason why we don't want to tell y'all is because then millions of fucking conspiracy theorist people are going to come out online talking about it. And then they're going to end up getting to the truth and exposing it. So we're just going to act like there's nothing wrong with the time. But it's definitely something wrong with the time. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're in the middle of dead winter. And it ain't supposed to be the sun coming up at this time of the year at 7 a.m. It's supposed to stay dark at that time like it always has. But now I've already noticed when I wake up at the same time when my daughter gets ready to go to school, Capper die, what's going on, bruh? The time has been changing and it's been changing by the day. Each day, 7 o'clock reaches later and later and later because the time is off its axis. And now that I told you this, maybe some of you guys will go check it out for yourself. When 7 a.m. hits tomorrow, it's going to be light outside. But I'm telling you right now, last week when 7 a.m. hit last week before the news made the announcement that we were going to be gaining a minute on every hour for the next like 2 or 3 weeks, probably maybe even close to a month, it was dark as hell at 7 a.m. until they said that. And ever since, but they did say it, but still, like I'm seeing what they're saying, but I can't make no sense of it because they never said no shit like this before. When's the last time you heard the news announce that we're going to be gaining minutes on the hour until February? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. We going through a straight software update in the firmament or something. I don't know, man. That's crazy. But yeah, music fan. I noticed it was a little dark, but I wear my shades because man, this phone screen messes with my eyes. It's got that blue light that comes from it, and these are polarized lenses, so it protects my eyes from the blue light that emits from TV screens and from phone screens and pretty much any screen of today's world that got LED lighting in it. These glasses protect my. That's why I wear them. People probably think I just wear these because I think I'm cool, but it's honestly like how the Italians wear them to protect their eyes from the sunlight. You know what I'm saying? I got bad eyesight, and if I keep my phone too close, if I keep this phone too close to my face, then I ain't gonna have no eyesight when I'm like 60, man. You know, the only thing we got going for us is the fact that when we were kids, they didn't have these kind of phones, right? That's the only thing. Or otherwise, and by saying that, think about the kids, right? The Bank of England talking about aliens and bank runs. Yeah, I don't know, man. Them damn banksters, killers and banksters. Um, Imagine all the kids today that keep tablets, TVs, and phones in their face every day. When they become our age, they ain't even gonna be able to see anymore. Their eyes are gonna be burnt out of their skulls because of these phones and the TVs and the tablets and everything else. Even the car lights out when you're driving at night, it's all that light that it burns nerves in your eyeballs. I don't really know what it does, but I know it's not good, and it makes your vision blurry over time. Red pill or blue pill, man. You know what? Her shit, man. I don't even really know. I don't even want any pills, bro. Nope, I'll just stick to the reality. Chicken Lizard says next stream you should wear a business suit. I don't have any business suit. I got some really nice dress shirts and some dress pants though, but I wouldn't dress up like that just for a video though. Like I bought them. Listen, I bought that outfit when I first came to Michigan, and it still fits because I keep my same size throughout the years because I don't eat a lot because of my gut issues. Like, and even if I do eat a lot one day, I'll mitigate it by eating the less the next day, you know. But hey, music fan, did you check out the new shorts that I've been dropping? I did a lot of work on my page today, man. I went crazy, man. I got like 2,000 views just off of just today alone. You know, I was just really, I was going crazy, man. But it helped the algorithm, I'll tell you that. It helped the algorithm, man. So I guess the algorithm is telling me that the less I drop, the less they're gonna send my stuff around. Yeah, I dropped a video. I dropped a couple different shorts, but I used some old material to drop the shorts though. But it's because people had asked me, you know, in other lives that had subscribed about, you know, just what I was doing before what I'm doing now. And so, you know, that's why I put my plant videos up. Yeah, I only put those videos up because we were talking about growing the other day and some people wanted to see what I had going. And I was like, well, I got some really good videos about that. So let me go ahead and drop them so they can see that when I say I can grow, boy, I ain't bullshitting. I can grow. You should let people know it is legal in Michigan, and not only is it legal, but you can like they got some good shit here. Like you can grow outside some good shit. And like the thing about it's weird about Michigan is you can pull up to just somebody's house in the summertime and they'll have a damn plant growing in the backyard just like a regular plant, like just in the ground, like some shit that's always been there. And you know what I always wondered is when so you know how like some plants they die off during the wintertime, but then when spring rolls around, they start to bloom back out. I heard that weed plants can do that too, but they're not as potent, so it's always good to replant them because people that don't know might think it's like you're doing some bad stuff. No, I wouldn't post it on the internet if it was something illegal or bad. Not at all. That would be just completely that would just be completely wrong. Like, wow, you're gonna post some illegal stuff on a public platform? Like, no. Do I be hitting houses? Nah, man, I ain't took nothing from nobody, man. Although when I first got here, I did go buy a fishing pole from the grocery store to go hit the river because I was just like I love fishing, man. And I ended up walking out the grocery store without paying for it. I didn't mean to do it. It was a complete accident, but I think God was looking out for me because I did it at a store where it's hard to steal shit from. Like if you try to steal anything, like they'll catch you because they watch people. But somehow I just walked out and it was just like damn, how is that possible that they catch so many people stealing from this place? And here I come, suspect number one, and I just walk right out. And but I didn't do it on purpose. So I just looked at it like, it was something that when you know that you made an honest mistake, and the way I looked at it, like it's too late to go back in there and pay for the shit. Cause now you know how the world works. If you try to go back and say, "Hey, I accidentally walked out with this. I didn't mean to," they're still gonna put you in handcuffs either way it goes. I don't know what's up with Dominique or YouTube AI test. Um, I don't know what's he keeps talking about when I got jumped. I'm trying to think when. Oh, I got jumped in Vegas on the strip back in 2000 by some Southsider Mexicans. Yeah, I got jumped by some Mexicans, boy. I was walking with Ramon and his cousins and brothers, and yeah, them cats. It is crazy that I got jumped because like they weren't even talking to me. They were talking to Ramon and his cousins, right? Because they are Mexican. They weren't even talking to me, man. And yeah, you know what? It was in front of the casino, man. A YouTube AI test know what he talking about, bro. I got jumped by some essays from Naked City out there in Vegas because they were talking shit to Ramon and his cousins, right? And I like me being who I am. If I'm with you, man, I got your back to the fullest, man, no matter what. And so when they walked past us talking shit, they didn't even look at me. They didn't even look in my direction, but my dumb ass was like, "Hey man, don't talk to my homies like that." And the meanest one out the group, walked up to me and said, "What you say, Holmes?" and just hit me in the mouth. Bow. I was like, "Oh no, the fuck you didn't." So I had a little digital camera with me, right? Yeah, I got jumped in Vegas, man, by some fucking Southsiders, boy. They motherfuckers whooped my they didn't whoop my ass, but they did get some good licks in, man. But the thing was, I started fighting the meanest one out the group. He was the oldest one too, right? We squared up, we start getting down. Boom, 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 boom. We're scrapping, right? And he can't hang with me, man. I keep catching him and he keeps backing up. So as I'm fighting this dude, I hear somebody in the crowd say like, damn, someone taught that light skinned dude how to fight. So right when he said that, this other fat Mexican dude came from behind. He came around me to the back of me and socked me in the back of the head. And when he hit me right at my like the base of my skull, man, I seen like lights flash. Like he almost knocked me out, man. But I spun around and and I got off in on his homie and and I was able to stay on my feet the whole time. And then it was three of them on me, right? And then this security guard came out of if he knew listen, if he knew everything, he could name the casino we was in front of. He can't do it. He can say everything else, but he can't name the casino. Right? You can't name the casino, bruh. You can't name the casino though, bruh. Name the casino, man. He fronting. He cause if he say the casino, then I'll be like, holy shit. But he can't name the casino, man. Anyways, though, they took off running, right? Security guard came out from the side casino and he said, if you guys don't stop, I'm gonna shoot. That old ass damn security guard wasn't about to shoot, but whatever he said, the fools took off running, man. And then Cheech and all them and Larry came out the casino and we told them what happened. And then they had a pistol on them. I didn't even know. So we went and we bent corners for about a half hour looking for these dudes, and we never found them. I was shocked because Ramon and his brother and his cousins didn't do anything. Right? They did not help me at all. But wait a minute. Yeah, I'm just fronting. I know where and how he got jumped. But well, you didn't say where. What was the name of the casino? That's what I want to know. Bro, what's the name of it? And then if you know I got jumped, then you know that they didn't do shit to me. It was a 3-on-1, and I was hanging with all three of them. And my little weenie ass partners that I was with, they didn't even help me. They just stood there and watched in fear. You know why? Because they seen some Mexicans that was harder than them. I'm the only one who stepped up, and I'll never do no shit like that for nobody again. But anyways, yeah, they jumped me and shit, right? And I wasn't even bleeding when they left, right? But that's what happens when you stand up to people, man. You gonna have to stand your ground, right? Which is something that they wasn't willing to do. But that right from that day forward, I knew they weren't my homies. They weren't my friends or anything because they sat there and watched me get jumped like some suckers. And after it was over with, I was everybody's hero, but I was like, y'all didn't even help me, man. Like for real? Y'all was y'all scared you gonna get shot or something? And the crazy part is one of them had a knife. I'm just thanking my lucky stars that I didn't get stabbed that night because they could have stabbed the shit out of me, man. But anyways, I didn't. That was it. Um, but that was the only time I ever got jumped, man. Besides when I was a kid, like I got jumped a few times as a kid, but like as a grown man, oh, they got me on the strip one night, man, and it wasn't even my fight, man. And I think about that shit all the time, like, bro, I got jumped by some dudes that weren't even talking to me, man. Like if I would have just kept my mouth shut and I wouldn't have said nothing, them fools would have never even approached me, man. But because I was with the dudes they were talking to, and I knew that the dudes they was talking to, like I wasn't finna just let these dudes punk them because I was like, nah, I can't even hang out with y'all if I let these dudes punk y'all. And then if I get punked with y'all, that just makes us all look bad. We gonna walk the rest of the strip tonight with everybody looking at us sideways because they gonna be like, aren't you the guys that just got punked over by the circus? Like yeah, that was us, man. Yep, we didn't do shit, not none of us. We just sat there like some pussies. And they don't even talk about it to this day. I remember another day, right? Music fan, you don't even know about this. This happened when you was in New York. I was over at my partner's house, right? And it was this light skinned dude that looked like me up in there. I didn't even know him, but we was up in there chopping it up, right? And the whole time I'm talking to my partner, like my partner starts fronting on me, but the light skinned dude keeps like cutting me off to say little slick shit. So I'm just not really responding to him, but I'm peeping game like, okay, this dude thinks I'm a punk or so. He better stop because he don't know me for real, man. And I had a blade on me, so I ain't afraid to use it. But at any rate, like, so it's time for me to go, right? Time for me to go. So I get up and I shake hands and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm finna go, man. And I leave, but then I realized that I left my phone at his house. And I only get to the end of the sidewalk onto the parking lot over in the Park apartment. So I spin around, I go and knock on his door. He opens the door, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, I forgot my phone." And the light skinned dude got my phone. This light skinned dude gonna tell me. First he laughs, right? And he goes, "Oh man, you ain't getting your phone back." And I'm like, "I ain't getting my phone back." So I'm like, "Why ain't I getting my phone back?" And he goes, "Oh, well, you gonna have to fight such and such to get your phone back." I did a movement that was only to be compared to a lightning strike. I pulled this blade out of my pants so fast, was up in his face with the blade to his neck so fast that he didn't know what to do, right? He was shocked that I would even move that fast, right? And I was like, bro, you better give me my motherfucking phone or I'm gonna put this blade inside your neck, man. And he was like, oh man, all right, my bad. Handed my phone over immediately with a quickness. So I get my phone back. And then I told him, man, don't ever play with me like that again, homie. You don't know me, man. And then so my partner gets mad and he goes against me and was like, don't be pulling knives out on anybody in my house. This motherfucker goes and gets a machete out of the back room, a big ass machete with a green handle, and then raises it over his head like he was gonna hit me with it. So I just stood there. I didn't flinch or nothing. I was like, if you gonna hit me, then God let this be my last day on earth. Cause if this dude hits me and he don't take me out, boy, it is gonna be a scene for real. And he never hits it. He don't bring it down. He just act like he was gonna do it, right? Never does hit me with it though. So I was like, what, you gonna hit me or not, man? You pulling it out like you gonna hit me, man. And he was just like, F you, motherfucker, don't be pulling a knife out on people in my. I was like, tell people at your house not to take my property then. And so I knew right then that we wasn't partners, right? So I was like, I got to back up off all these clowns because these clowns out here on some turncoat type of shit and picking and choosing and select politicking. And I'm like, you know what? It's all good. Even that phone didn't even mean nothing to me. It's just the fact that I didn't want him to have it. Right. It was my phone and I motherfucker was trying to take it from me. So I did that, and but check it out though. The craziest part about it was a few weeks later, I was walking down the street one night and I came across the same light skinned dude. This time, this dude was the nicest person I ever came with. He was so nice. He wanted to shake my hand. He wanted to ask me all these questions, and he just wanted to be my best friend. And I was like, the only thing I can remember is how he tried to take my phone, and I don't know what he was thinking at the time, but it was funny to me because it was like they was real serious about trying to mark me out, and then he ends up getting marked out, and now his whole tone towards me changed, and now he want to hang out, he want to be cool and do all this stuff, and I'm just like, bro, ain't you the same guy who tried to take my phone and give me an ultimatum that I had to go fight someone to get it back? Like, what is wrong with you dudes, man? Like, you dudes are playing with fire, and you know you playing with fire, and you about to get burnt. Now you want to act all buddy buddy. Like, the nerve of the devil, bro. The nerve of the devil. You know, he can't even send me somebody that's really gonna do something. He gotta send a fake clown that's acting like he hard, and acting like he gonna do something, and acting like he gonna take something, right? So over the years, I continued to have little incidents like that, man. And they continue to get progressively worse. They start off on a little baby level and then they get worse and worse and worse. So at the end of the day, long story short, I had to stop messing with everybody because everybody kept trying to take stuff from me, man. And I was always looking for somebody about some shit that I was like, man, what is wrong with these dudes? But then over the years, I started to realize that this wasn't no coincidence. I wasn't just randomly getting jacked by these dudes. These dudes was getting sent by somebody to come and try to like mark me out. So I was like, so if I don't do nothing about it, then like whoever's sending these people towards me to mark me out is gonna they're like, I don't know why they doing this. I don't know who it was, but it was like somebody behind my back that was like making all these dudes try to like play with me and shit, right? I remember another time I was in the county jail, man. Same shit. I'm in the county jail, man. I go take a shower. I got my soap, my deodorant, everything I need to take a shower, right? When you in the county where I was at, you put all your shower stuff on a chair outside of the shower, right? And it's supposed to be when you get out the shower, you sit in the chair, you put your socks on, you get dressed, put your deodorant on, whatever, whatever, right? But this particular night, I get out the shower and all my stuff is gone. So I look around the unit like, damn, who took my shit? Everybody not paying no attention to me, but everybody knows I just got jacked, right? So I was like, all right, that's how y'all want to play with me? You think because we in this county jail that somebody's supposed to be afraid? So what I did was I went up to my cell without my stuff, right? Walked up to my cell, put my pants on, put my shoes on, walked back downstairs, and I stood on top of the chair and I addressed the entire motherfucking unit, every inmate in that bitch. I said, look, man, whoever took my deodorant, you a motherfucking bitch. Fuck your dead homies, and I'll beat your motherfucking ass. And if you got a problem with anything I said, bitch ass nigga, then meet me at cell number 24, right? And so nobody says nothing, right? And then I was so upset at the time, I just added right at the end of the sentence. I was like, and one of you bitch ass niggas is guilty. Oh, this shit is fully documented, right? Right. This really happened, right? This really occurred, right? So I said that, right? Nobody said nothing, right? So about 10 minutes pass, right? I go up the stairs, right? All the shit that somebody took was sitting in front of my door. Like my deodorant, my soap, my cup, everything that was took was returned, but nobody told me who did it. But there was this one particular individual that approached me, right? Who told me, "Oh man, that's messed up what you said, man. Why you have to say all that?" And I was like, "Well, bruh, is you the one who took my shit?" "No, I didn't take it, but I just think that's messed up how you would say that." I was like, "Well, let somebody take your stuff and we'll see how you respond to it." You know what I'm saying? I responded the best way that I was supposed to respond. And as of right at this very moment, ain't nobody approached me. If you didn't do it, then I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the person who took my shit. But they returned it, right? That was the most important thing to me is, hey man, what's good, Joey Fingers? Uh Brita O'Leary, how you doing? Bruno is Judas. Should be stripped of his capital. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But all my life, man, I got all these agents sent to me to do little shit, right? It was supposed to look random, but over a period of time, I started to realize that this shit wasn't random. This was like these were little agents that were coming to try to. I don't know what the fuck they was trying to do, man, but I didn't fail very many tests. I'll tell you that. You know, I handled my business, man, in a way that I don't believe that people thought I would, right? And it wasn't even about me handling my business. It was just about me standing on manhood. Like, who the hell is going to sit there and let people just take their stuff from them and just be quiet about it? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so now, they still do it, but they do it like they've always done it. They do it behind my back, man. Hey, listen, man. Hey, this satanic shit is real, man. It really is, man. It's a lot. Like they be doing social experiments in my life without my knowledge, man. And they expect for me to just be cool about people taking my shit, and then like, what do you want me to do? Like, catch a damn body? Like, am I supposed to actually physically harm someone for real? Like, luckily, doing that dumbass shit in the county jail, it could have got me hurt. It could have actually really got me hurt. But at the time, I was so mad, I didn't care. I was ready to go to war. I was like, like if you want me to turn up, that's exactly what I'll do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I said what I said. Hey, you right. ABP, you absolutely right, man. I do have soft hands, bro. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I punched a dude so hard one day I broke two bones in one hand. So you're right. I got soft bones. I don't have soft hands. I got soft bones, right? But I got big hands, big strong hands. Like I can choke the life out of you with these hands, but they're weak though. And every time I try to do it, like I'll do some shit in my hand, my bones will crumble, and I'm just like, dang, man. Then I gotta wear a damn cast for like 2 months. I got a weekend voice. Just call out my name. Yeah, man. But so I pulled that shit in the county, man, and you ain't supposed to do that type of shit in a place where you got guys facing life sentences and people in there on unaliving cases and all this stuff. You're not supposed to, right? But I just was like, hey man, these dudes ain't gonna be up in here taking my stuff, man. Period. I ain't having it. I don't care where I'm at. I remember I was at the homeless shelter once, man, and the only reason I was there was because like there was a time when if you wanted to get out of prison and you didn't have an address, the homeless shelter was allowing inmates to use that address to parole from prison because they were short on space. So I was getting out of jail. I mean, I was getting out of prison, and this lady, her name was, she was a really, what was her name, man? I don't know, but there was this lady that used to come up to the prison, man, and she really cared about us, man. Like this lady would find out every opportunity for a guy getting out of prison, and she would tell us like she didn't gatekeep no information. She helped a lot of guys get out, man. God bless that lady, man. She was a really good lady, but I can't remember her name, man. But anyway, she showed me how to get out of jail. And so I was able to get paroled on my first sentence, right? So check it out. I get out, right? The lady's name gonna come to me. I want to speak her name out loud to give her flowers, man, because I think she may not even, either she's real old or she's not alive anymore. But her name is right at the tip of my tongue too, man. It was an old white lady, man. She reminded me of my grandmother, man. But she really loved the inmates, like for real, like she was their mother. She really helped us, man. She didn't play no games. But anyway, right? So she helped me get out. I can get out, right? And I get to this homeless shelter. Now, I got two places I could go. I got a chick that live up in the suburbs that got her own townhouse, but they wouldn't let me use that address. So it's like I had to keep my stuff at the homeless shelter because if I didn't, the parole officer was gonna violate me. So I had to maintain residence at this fucking shelter, bro, and I hated it. And then I had my people in town that I would go over to their house, but at any rate, I ended up violating anyways, right? And going back to prison for some dumb shit. But anyways, um, you know, I so I'm there and I end up seeing this dude that I knew this other cat that was also in prison. So I looked out, oh man, they let you out in this motherfucker too, huh? So he's like, yeah, man, oh, her name was Susie Taylor. That was her name. Shout out to Susie Taylor, man. We love you, baby. We really do, man. That was her name, Susie Taylor. Hey, man, Susie Taylor helped a lot of guys get out of prison, man. Really good woman. Anyways, he was like, yeah, man, Susie Taylor got me out too. So he was like, all happy and shit. But check it out. He made a mistake. He ended up going back to prison for a damn uh uh he caught a hot one, man. The big case, the life sentence case. So this cat, we sitting in the shelter and this fool is changing his clothes, right? But he puts his wallet with like $700 that his baby mama had just gave him on the bed and then walks away from the bed in front of all these homeless motherfuckers, like real homeless motherfuckers. And he comes back and his wallet is gone. Never to be seen again, man. They built him just that fast. And he had only, because I walked back to my bed, but I was like, man, I ain't leaving nothing of value anywhere around this motherfucker. And I honestly, I messed up one day because I came into the shelter and I had a half a pint of Hennessy in my back pocket, and somebody seen it and they reported me. Man, they kicked me out just for the night though. Like I got to come back the next day, but they was like, "Hey, man, you can't be in here with that alcohol. We're not gonna get rid of you permanently, but like you can't come back till tomorrow." So I wasn't tripping. I had a car. I had like 2 ounces of some weed, and so I just went to the strip and made some money, man. And I came back the next day and I told them, "Hey, man, I apologize. I was drinking," and they was like, "We don't care if you drink. You just can't come on the property with alcohol." And I was like, "Yeah, I forgot it was in my back pocket, man." And I don't even know how they seen it, but that just goes to show you, man. Like people are petty as hell, man. Yeah, I was in the shelter and I had some Hennessy because I wasn't supposed to be in the shelter. I try to, if you was listening to what I was saying that in prison, the prison parole and probation people weren't letting inmates use their addresses to parole to. They wanted all these inmates to parole to the homeless shelter. I don't know why that was a thing, but there's this lady who figured that out, that the homeless shelter had a program where inmates could get out on parole, no questions asked, but they had to use the homeless shelter address. So because I had already used this girl I was messing with, but they denied that address. They said no. So it was either stay in prison until I max my sentence out, or I used the homeless shelter and I can get out. So I used the damn homeless shelter, right? And so I didn't like I was never there. Like I was put like this. They got this thing called fair share, right? Where as you're there, you gotta like pay them some money, right? And when you paying some money, like you have it's mandatory that you go sign your name on the job board. And this is a different type of job board because they find you a job whether you like it or not. So that way you can't just say, "Oh well, I don't want to get a job." You got to sign your name, because if your name comes up and they see that you haven't signed on that job, you can get kicked out for that. So I got like 3 warnings before I finally went and signed, because I knew that they send you to work whether you like it or not. But I had always heard that, like, if you work to a homeless shelter, like, you can end up getting kidnapped and trafficked. So I was always scared to go work for the homeless shelter. But anyway, I signed up on the job board, and sure enough, they got me a damn job. They paid me $40. And this is why I don't like working through the homeless shelter, because they only make you work so you can pay them. That's the only reason why. You go make money, and then you got to come back and pay the shelter a percentage of your money. So I was like, I don't want to work for that. I ain't like, so you send me out to work just so I can pay you guys? Other than that, if you guys didn't have to collect no money, you wouldn't send nobody to work. So anyway, they sent me out. My first job was to this place in the suburbs, right? It's a funny story too, because the guy's house we went to, it was this black dude, right? Like, you could tell he's like a black dude with a little bit of money, right? But he thinks like he's rich. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, right? So we get there, and we get dropped off by the little, there's like a little Catholic Charities van that takes people to their little assigned jobs, right? So they drop us off way out in the suburbs, right? At this house, and there's a U-Haul parked in front of the house. So the first thing I do is I make sure that the back door is up, because I'm like, let me make sure there ain't no people back here getting trafficked, right? I was on that shit way back in the early 2000s. So it was up. So I was like, cool, I think this might be a good job. So I'm looking at the guy, because it wasn't just me. They sent me and some other guys to this job. So, anyways, the job was this, right? We had to go in this house that some people had already moved out. It was a nice house too. They moved out, but they were selling a bunch of stuff that they didn't want to take with them, right? So they went ahead and they sold this big entertainment center thing, like it was a wooden thing in the living room, right? And this black dude, dumbass, he bought it, right? Like, completely got worked out of his money. I'm talking about, when I asked him how much he paid for it, he said he paid like $1,200 for it. And I was just like, we were supposed to take it apart and move it. Let me tell you about this entertainment center that he bought, right? It was this big wooden thing with hella little shelves and cabinets and a spot for the TV. Man, this shit was cheap as this was some Rent-A-Center shit, bro. Like, it was so cheap that as we're trying to take it apart, the wood around the screws were crumbling. This dude was so mad. He was trying to blame us for it. And I'm like, bro, like, this ain't even from one black man to another, because I took one look at this dude and could see, nigga, you ain't like me at all. You're an idiot, bro. You're just a dummy with some money. And the fact that you came and bought this without looking at it, and you think you got a good deal, they played you, bro. They played you out of 12. This shit right here ain't even worth $150, homie. It's just big for nothing. It was only good for one owner and one owner only. It was like a Range Rover. Range Rovers and Jaguars are only good for the original owners. Once you sell them, they're no longer good. They ain't even worth 10,000 bucks. Like, they're 75, $80,000 brand new. But as soon as the one owner gets rid of it and that warranty is gone, that car drops from 80,000 all the way down to 6,000, right? So he went ahead and he bought this shit off these people. And then the damn homeless shelter sat up there and paid us $40 to go in his house and dismantle it, which I wasn't tripping. $40 for that, it wasn't even that much work. But it was just like, I still can't believe that you paid $1,200 for this shit, man. Like, what in the hell was you thinking? This shit's made out of particle board. Like, the shit, everybody knows what particle board is, right? Man, this dude paid all this money, right? And here we come, and we were trying to be delicate, like we were trying to take our time and be professional and not cuss or none of this shit. But it was just like, bro, like, every screw we was taking out of the particle wood, it was just the wood was so, in other words, when this dude gets this shit to where it's going, he'll never be able to put it back together again. it wasn't even worth it. And he knew it and he was pissed off. And the only person he could be mad at was us, right? And it was like, bro, don't be mad at us because we didn't do shit. We're just here and we're just here. We're doing a job that this damn shelter made us. Cause if I don't go do this job today, they're gonna try to put my ass out for not paying my fair share to be there, right? So I went and I did that, right? And then a few days after that, I went and paid my fair share, like $10. So I only got to keep 30. You know what I'm saying? But I already had money, so I didn't care. I just didn't want to go work for these people. 2 weeks later, I violated and went right back to prison for a damn stolen car, speeding on the freeway, evading the police, man. So I go through that, right? And it was messed up because I was hanging out with this other dude. We had the same name, man, and I told him to leave. Am I a con man? I bet it was fraud. Are you talking to me? Like, what did I get locked up for? Oh, I get what you saying. What did you get locked up for? You're a con man. I bet it was, bro. I ain't never been in trouble for fraud in my life, man. Bro, these hands right here. I'm not a fraudster, homie. I get my hands dirty. You better ask somebody, man. I ain't even the slickest dude you ever seen, but I'm telling you right now, a can of oil ain't got shit on me, man. But I ain't a fraudster though. I ain't a fraudster, not at all. I was a burglar and a car thief. That was what I did. I stole stuff. I'm not a thief anymore. I'm not even a criminal. I just used to steal out of desperation because I was always finding myself in these messed up situations where if I just didn't steal nothing, I would starve to death. So, you know, um, I don't expect nobody to understand my story because that's the world we live in. People judge each other. I don't care. That's why I told you. I don't care. No, I ain't go to prison for no drugs, bro. I sold drugs. I didn't do them. And I didn't even sell drugs. I just used to my homie sold drugs and I just used to have money so I would go buy drugs just to sell them just for extra money just to be cool, right? But I wasn't really a drug dealer. I didn't want to deal drugs. Fuck all that. I don't sell drugs. I have, but I found all my success stealing shit back in the day. Like I was really good at stealing stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just was really good at stealing. Like I knew where all the valuable stuff was at. Still to this day, I know where all the valuable stuff is. See, lay, when I lay my eyes on different stuff, nobody really knows the way I see the world, man. But I could tell you right now, I know where all the valuables are. But I'm not a thief, man. It's just the way that I see the world. I know where stuff is at. That like if I was ever in a bind, I'd be all right. But like when I was in jail, I was the same way. Like I used to have access to stuff in the county jail that other dudes didn't have access to. I just the way I move. But at any rate, though, man, um, yeah, I didn't. I'm not a fraudster, bro. I don't do checks. I don't do fraud, man. I don't like frauds. Like I don't like that kind of shit. I don't blame cats who do that, but I just don't do it myself, right? Because I've been frauded before, and yeah, I was a part of the Top Ramen Club for sure. I don't know if you know about the Top Ramen Club, but that's what we call it. When you go to jail, you got to be a part of the Top Ramen Club, right? If you're not, you'll know because you'll be hungry, right? Even though Top Ramen really harms your health, are you going to be a part of the Top Ramen Club or are you going to not be a part of the Top Ramen Club? Oh, you're going to be a part of the Coffee Club. Oh, you're going to be a part of the Coffee Sniffers Club. Did you know that guys sniff coffee in jail? Did you know that? I'm not the top of anything you think you were. What is this guy talking? You know what? It doesn't even matter. Don't respond to this guy. Yeah. Okay, I can't respond to you. My mind told me that you're a trap. So, anyways, yeah, I was saying, hey man, did you know that there's guys who sniff coffee in jail? Like they break it down like it's powder and they sniff it. And they be running around the unit like crackheads. I promise. Right? They be on some shit like, hey man, this is a real thing. Ask anyone who's been to jail about those guys who crush up coffee and snort it like it's cocaine. Bro, I can't even talk to you, man. Just leave me alone. I don't care about these people I don't care about none of that. Just I'm gonna report you if you keep messing with me, man. Right? I'm gonna report you to the YouTube police. Stop messing with me, man. I'm here. I'm minding my own business, and I want to keep doing that. But I'm not gonna be bullied by anybody. And I know that if I start trolling you back, you're just gonna report me. So I'm not trying to get reported. So I'm gonna report you first to the YouTube police, man. And you're gonna get put in YouTube jail. Well, goodbye, sir. Thank you very much. I know you don't want to go to YouTube jail, so just leave me alone. I do have the ability to report anybody on this platform that wants to start bullying me. All I got to do is click on your name, boop, just like that, and it gives me the ability to flag your name and report you. So leave me alone, bro. I will report you to the YouTube police department, and you will get banned off of YouTube permanently, or at least 30 days, however long they give you. And even if you don't get banned, you'll get a warning. And if you get that strike, you can only get so many strikes, man. So leave me alone, okay? He won't make it in YouTube jail. Damn, man, that's funny, man. You'll get your page took in YouTube jail, buddy. Hey, don't drop a comment in YouTube jail because you'll get your page took. Hey, you too, LK. You know what? I'm gonna report you now because I don't like that, man. Boop. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. You gotta stop reporting. I mean, you gotta stop harassing people, man. You gotta stop harassing people. Rookie numbers. What is this guy talking about, man? Oh, it's cool. I already reported you, man, because you ain't gonna trick me out of my channel, man. You got me messed up, man. I didn't watch the whole segment on how the trolls trick people out of their channels. Now it gets harder and harder and harder to control it because the trolls come in by the hundreds. When you see your channel go up with just these crazy numbers that it doesn't usually see, those be the trolls. And then they try to bombard your page with so many trolls that you can't block them all. They just and then if you start talking anything that they can catch on here about them, they go and report your page and they straight backdoor you, right? First it's the bait and the switch. You know, they troll you until you get mad and then boom, you get a strike. And you get too many strikes, they take your page forever. So like I watched a whole segment about that. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And then he trying to talk about my page not doing numbers. Bro, I don't like I don't need to do numbers. I like running my small business, man. I'm a bean counter. I'm not a Fortune 500 company. That's why. I'm just a bean counter, bro. I went to community college, man. I didn't go to Harvard or Princeton. I went to community college. And before that, I went to adult education. I went to continuation. I'm a bean counter. Do you know what a bean counter is, bro? Why are you talking about I'm doing all these low numbers, man? I'm a bean counter. That's what we do. We do low numbers, but we're happy with low numbers. Like I'd rather make $1,000 a week than $1 million a month, right? Because making $1 million a month is a lot of work. So just let me get $1,000 a week. I can work with that. You'll be surprised what you could do with $1,000 a week. That's good money to anybody's standards instead of just a self-entitled little rich prick that doesn't value $1,000 a week. But for people like us, bean counters, oh, $1,000 a week, I guarantee you I'll make it look like 100 grand. Just let me get a few checks. Every week, $1,000 on the wood. I promise you, man, I'll be driving a car better than yours. I am a brokey, but why can't I be a brokey in peace, bro? I'm done with all my stories right now anyway, so you caught me at the perfect moment. You've already been reported to the YouTube police. So let's see how far you're willing to take this, because I'm going to tell you one thing. The more that you keep trolling, now that you've been reported, they are going to look at your comments and they're going to look at all of them. So let the trash take itself out. That's not enough. That 5 inch forehead, that's not going to qualify. But I'll tell you this: if you look at the left side, it's higher than the right side. Look, let me show you. Look, bam! You see the difference? So you are right, but it's 4 or 5 head. It's smaller on this side than it is on this side. I fully acknowledge that, bro. I had a head injury on this side of my life, so that's why. All right, Dwarf, you take it easy, man. I'm gonna be right here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna step out for a second because I gotta take a quick moment. Um, can we get another moment of silence for all my friends that passed on from black on black violence? So, Mr. Brokey is gonna go have a smoky. I'm wearing sunglasses because I got eye problems, bro. Yeah, I got eye problems. And I'm going to tell you why I got eye problems. This is what I want you to do, man. When you get a chance, this is what I want you to do. Go look up the type of lighting that they use for these phones, these smart televisions, these tablets, and these vehicles, and get back at me. But in order to do that, like and subscribe to the channel, man. And you'll be surprised what you find about the light in these phones, these TVs, and these tablets. Just go look it up. These are $200 Oakleys, right? These are prism frames. These are not gangster glasses. As a matter of fact, police officers, firefighters, surfers, and like respectable people wear these kind of glasses. You see that O? Look that O up online. That's the American flag O prism frames. You'll be surprised what you find. These are some very expensive shades right here, sir. Don't hate on me, man. Especially if you don't know what you're talking about. Hey, tomorrow. get your food. Come get your food. That's fine. Of course, I'm back like I never left. All right, Busteretta, you stop in anytime. You want me to change it to the blue lights? Is that what you're saying? You saying you want the blue light? What you doing? Oh well, your mini me did. Do you want me to change it to the blue? I ain't gonna change it unless you say change it. But yeah, man, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about a particular night, man, when my friend almost lost his life, man. What do you guys think about this? So my birthday is in a few days. As a matter of fact, my birthday is on Monday, right? Taylor, what's going on, man? Taylor Gang in the house. I don't know. You might not like Taylor Gang, but how you doing though? Um, a friend of mine. I could talk about this now because he has since passed away. But it was a story that he told me that I never knew about. But I'm gonna go ahead and share it, right? Um, Good friend of mine too, right? It was his birthday, and I'm thinking about this because my birthday's on Monday. So he went to a casino on his birthday, right? And he went to the casino and he was walking through the casino, and for whatever reason, I don't know why he did this, but he seen a dude sitting at a slot machine and he attacked him, right? He attacked the dude. But what he didn't know is the dude that he attacked had some friends outside. And so yeah, you're right. I know. I'm in my shelter. Um so he attacked the dude and then he took off out the casino. And after he took off out the casino, the dude chased him with the blade. He had a blade on him. And this was his words, right? So across the street, how you doing, Samuel? Hey man, big love to London, man. I love that whole city, man. London is the business. One of these days, I'm gonna make my way over there, man. Let me tell this story real quick though. So, he runs through this field. There's a big desert field across the road from the casino that he was at. And so these dudes jumped in the car and they seen him running through the field, so they followed him, man. Tell me why these dudes had a 12 gauge on him. So he thought he was about to get away, right? He made it all the way through the field to this wall and they fired a shot at him and missed. Boom. Yeah, there you go. Get them likes up. It's only 3 people in here right now, but I've been watching it, man. It's been going kind of up a little bit more than usual tonight, so that's cool. So he gets to the wall, he gets over the wall, and they miss him on the first shot. But one of the guys jumps out of the car with the 12 gauge and they chase him. He gets up on the wall, and my friend, he fell over the wall because he was trying to get away. So, trying to get away, you trying to, especially when they shooting at you. So he getting up off the ground and the dude gets up on the wall and shoots him again, right? Shoots him in his rib cage with the 12 gauge. And the shots alerted the people in the house that the yard belonged to. So they called 911 and they said, hey, some guy just hopped our wall and he got shot. So they rushed my homie to the hospital, right? This fool goes through hours of surgery, right? They had to cut his stomach open and pull all these pellets out of him. He even showed me the x-rays of the incident, right? He had all these pellets still stuck in him over the years. And so I asked him, I said, hey man, why did you attack this dude? He was like, I don't know, man. It was my birthday. I was feeling good, man. And he probably was off some kind of drugs. I don't know why he did the shit, but he almost lost his life behind it, right? And like I said, the only reason I'm telling this story is because hey man, he it was his birthday, and that's how he celebrated his birthday, by getting shot by an unprovoked attack that he caused. And he later on he ended up passing away, man. But this is why he passed away. So a few years ago, actually about, I'll say, let me say about 12 years ago, right? He he was messing with these people, right? And something had happened. I'm not really sure, but he went and found this dude up in a trailer park, and went up in there on him and shot and unalived the dude, right? And I think I don't know if this is because this was what someone else told me. So he also shot a lady, but the lady didn't pass away. And then about 7 days later, he found another person that was connected to the shooting, shot and unalived them. And then he went on the run for, you know, double homicide. So, but it wasn't a double homicide. It was just two homicides connected to the same incident, but it wasn't counted as a double homicide. And so, like, I don't know, he went on the run out of state and they caught him and they extradited him back to Nevada. And he was a diabetic. So he knew he was going down for life. He wasn't going to get out of this. And while he was sitting in the county, he stopped taking his insulin. And if you know anything about a diabetic, you can't stop taking your insulin. But he didn't want to live anymore. So sad, man. This was my friend. This was my homie, man. And when I heard this story about how he passed, I was like upset, man. I was depressed. I was like, dang, man. And so he went into a diabetic coma inside the county jail. But he was already so far gone that when he got to the hospital, they couldn't revive him. And there's a strong possibility that they didn't want to survive him any. They didn't want to revive him anyways, man. You know, they they couldn't revive him, and he passed away in the hospital. But if he would have survived, he would have had to face a life sentence. And in the state of Nevada, they have the death penalty, so you can get sentenced to the death penalty in the state of Nevada. Where I'm at now in Michigan, they don't currently have the death penalty. But with Donald Trump in office, that could change because Trump already said that he was gonna try to put the death penalty in every state. I don't know how true it is, but Bull Monkey, how can you see my teeth, man? How can you see? You got some good eyes, bro. I wish my eyes were as good as yours, man. Cause my teeth definitely got a thick yellow coat, man. But I like yellow. Yellow's my favorite color. Yellow and blue. But like I said, I just wanted to tell that story, man. It's just a quick story, but you know, this particular individual I'm talking about, he's got all kind of stories like that where he would do dumb shit. I remember another night he was down on the bad side of town, man, and he called me talking about he needed my help. So I'm asking him what's going on, and he was like, "I need you to come down here, man. I just got jumped." I'm like, "What you mean you got jumped?" So this fool was trying to take this dude's girl from him, right? And the girl attacked him, and then she called her man, and then her man showed up, and they both attacked him with a bottle, broke the bottle over his head, and then started slicing him up with the bottle. So when I finally got to him, this cat had stitches all over his arm, a few on his neck, deep, deep cuts. And I was like, "What happened, man?" And he told me, like, "Oh, man, I was trying to get this girl, man, and she didn't want to mess with me. So I kind of got aggressive with her, and she went and got a hold of her man, and they attacked me with a bottle." And I was looking at his arm, it was all swollen. And I was like, "Yeah, I can see, man. You lucky you got up out of there with your life. Why you keep getting into these incidents, man, where you barely making it out alive, man?" He's like, "I don't know, man. I be tripping." I'm like, "Yeah, you do be tripping, man." And it's crazy because every time that we was together, he wouldn't get in no trouble. Everything would be good. But as soon as he'd be off by himself somewhere, this fool would end up in a life threatening situation, man. And I'd be like, "Bro, you gotta stop it, man, or you gonna end up we gonna end up hearing about you being unalive somewhere, man." And that's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened, bro. So rest in peace to my boy Elijah, man. I ain't gonna put a street name out there, but rest in peace to my boy Elijah. Cause he lived a rough life, man. We all lived rough lives. My life wasn't really rough like that, cause at the end of it, I was really more like a loner. A majority of my life, I didn't mess with nobody. I stuck to myself a lot. I wasn't really with drama, and that's exactly why I never really had a lot of trusty friends. Because man, people be fake as hell out here, man. People be they don't be true friends. They don't even be true homies. They don't even be real with themselves. But I did have a couple of solid friends though, man, that I could reach out to. I definitely had them. And here I am about to turn 44 years old. And I'm to the point now where I don't have any friends no more, man. Everybody that was my friend that is still around somewhere, they all fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? And you right. You right, Versace. I think that's your name, Versace. A lot of people fake as hell, man. You can't trust nobody, man. I watched the video, man. Really good dude, man, on YouTube, man. He put it out there. He said, "Look, man, people done accepted the fact that being fake is normal. And I said, you know what? You ain't never lied, man. We living in a generation of people that have accepted that being fake is normal. You get all the friends, you get all the popularity, you get all the accolades, and all you got to do is be fake as hell. Not saying that the real people, don't get acknowledgement because they still do, but like that ain't the problem. The problem is, like fake is accepted now more than ever before. People be jumping online, flossing other people's stuff. Here's a good example on some celebrity gossip type of shit, right? Gucci Man. I'm sure you guys heard about that, right? You guys hear about Gucci Man? Yeah, I'm the same way, bro. On everything, I'm the same way. Over time, time will always tell the truth, man. That's one thing about time is time don't lie to nobody, and it doesn't compromise the truth. Time never compromised the truth. Time is going to reveal the truth every time. But Gucci was cool with dude in Memphis, right? And what was his name? I can't remember his name right off the top. I'm having trouble remembering the dude's name, but Gucci signed him, right? He was beefing with Yo Gotti and all these little. I just don't understand the rap game sometimes, but he ended up getting robbed, and they were supposed to be friends. If you're a guy, beat me up, and I call the police, it means I'm a snitch. No, that's not what it means. What that means is that this is how you become a snitch in that scenario. If you are hanging out with crooks and gangs and you guys are committing crimes together and you guys are doing things that you could get in trouble for, and one day you just decide that the risk factor for you and got too much to bear, so you call the police on somebody, but you're living by a certain code of the so-called streets, and you call the police because you got hurt, then yes, you are a snitch because you're living by the code of the streets. And the code of the streets say that you don't tell on anyone. That's just the code in most street scenarios. So if you're not a street dude, right? Like if an old lady gets beat up by somebody and she calls the police, she's not a snitch because she's not living by the code of the street life, right? The only time you become a snitch is if or you are adhering to that code. If you're the kind of person that don't want nobody to snitch on you for the stuff that you do, but you are willing to snitch on somebody else. I don't even like the word snitch. That's now that I'm in my 40s, the word snitch sounds highly immature. You know what I'm saying? Like to call someone a snitch, that's what we used to call each other back in junior high and shit. Like it's deeper than just being a snitch, right? Yeah, we call each other rats now. Oh, you're a rat. And not only are you a rat, you're a dirty rat. If in fact you live by the code and you know what being a rat is and you do stuff that you could get ratted on by your comrades, then you have a obligation not to rat on anybody. It don't matter who it is. But a lot of people in the street life say that you can tell on the police if they do something to you. You can testify on them. That's not considered telling, but I mean, it's hard to say because like everybody's code is different, right? But I'll tell you this: if you don't live by the code of the streets, then no. If you get beat up by somebody, even if you know them, you're not a rat. You're just a regular guy that got roughed up by somebody, and so you know it's time to go and report it. But so it's simple as that. So I hope that answered your question, man. I don't know you, so I don't know what kind of life you live. But whatever kind of life you live, just long as you don't live by the code, bro, then don't worry about it. Hey, Logix, I don't want to report you to the YouTube police, but like Bart Simpson would say, you need to cool your jets, bro. It's not that serious. All the gay rhetoric, it's not that serious. You are making the gay stuff extremely serious. This is crazy. Why is it so serious? Like you're really going hard on some real gay type of time. And all your messages, you are turning out to be more gayer than anybody on here, but you're trying to project it onto my stream. But it's an epic fail, bro. I'm not going to block you because it doesn't bug me, but why are you putting so much energy into it? What is wrong with you, bro? Are you okay? If you need to seek help, man, what I'm going to end up doing is posting some hotlines for people that feel like they may need help because I'm starting to think that some of these people just need help. I don't need to get mad at them when in fact all they need is a little bit of help. And I don't mind helping you, bro. But you don't have to cry out the way that you're crying out. Like you don't have to do that. No, I'm talking to Logic. I think he's crying out for help, but this is his way that he does it. Right. He's not. There's help all over the place. You don't have to come up in people's streams and scream at the top of your lungs. Anything. Just say hello. Yeah. I shout out to the LGBTQ community, man. They got a lot of power. There's a lot of money in that you don't want to mess with them, man. Just because they're gay, that don't mean they can't cancel you. The same way they canceled Pride Month. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a time when if you said anything about gay people on television, your career was over permanently. I don't know if you remember that. Hey, I appreciate that, Versace. Are you serious right now, Rozzy? You're going to try to manipulate somebody into saying something derogatory? Who are you for real? Are you Mossad? Well, I'm not on a platform trying to go against or denounce or stand against anything, right? Because that's not professional or operating out of equality or fairness to, you know, to go against anything. Now, at the same time, I'm not a part of that community, but I'm not gonna go against it because it's like it's not even it's for me, I don't care. Like, and I say that a lot. Like I don't have an opinion, but like people come into the chat and they say these things, and I just feel like I need to give a shout out to that community so they know that I'm not indulging in any hate against their community like this guy does. I could have reported him, but then it's weird. Oh, we could talk about food, bro. I do food videos. Best 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 fix. If you go look at some of my feeds, you will be able to see that I definitely incorporate food, good food on top of that into my channel. I mean, my channel name is T Got the Recipe, so you know, I definitely incorporate food, man. If I could get the right amount of people to join me, then I would say, oh yeah, you know what? I haven't tried any Ukrainian food, but that sounds good. I let me tell you something. I wish one of my dreams would be to travel the entire planet trying food of every culture. Just everybody's food, man. Not to be a critic, but just to be like, oh man, this is good. Oh man, that's good. Oh man, this is good. Like I would love to do that, man. If I was a millionaire, I would spend my fortune traveling the world trying food, man. I really would. Turkish food sounds good, man. Hell yeah. Turkish food sounds great, man. I would definitely go try some Kenyan food, some Turkish food. I have tried Mediterranean food. Mediterranean food is good, man. Middle Eastern food, bomb. We don't even need to talk about Mexican food. Cause I grew up on Mexican food, like being in America, almost half it the exactly half of my life I've been eating Mexican food. You can't find any country food like Kenyan food you will find in Africa. Hey, you know what? I always wanted to try fufu. I see it, but I never tried it. How they dip it in whatever sauce they got. Like it gotta be good because everybody eats it. But I never tried fufu before, man. I mean, I've eaten other African food. You know, another food I've eaten before was Costa Rican food, man. Oh my God, Versace, you never try Mexican food, man? Bro, don't get yourself hooked. Don't get yourself hooked, man. But if you ever get a chance, I'm sure they got some Mexican food places where you live. They got to have at least one. You should go in there one day and order you some tacos, man. And there's very filling food, man. When you eat Mexican food, you feel full. You feel like you ate. Top three food in the world. You know what? I don't disagree, man. Turkish, Mexican, and Italian. Okay, that's a good top three, man. That's a good top three right there. Fufu is Nigerian. Try Kenyan version. It's called ugali. It's better than fufu. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. Let me screenshot that real quick so I don't forget. Ugali. I'm gonna look that up, man. I've always only heard of fufu. Just ate a taco 5 minutes ago. I'll see our meals. What kind of tacos you eat, man? You know what? I recently really started to like shredded chicken tacos, man. Oh man, just put a little bit of white cheese on it. Man, you making me want to go eat some tacos, bro. You making me want to go eat some tacos. Oh, you did have some chicken. See? You see? But I'm not gonna lie to you, Mahima. I never tried Turkish food, but you know what? I will absolutely. I'm in Detroit, man. You got every type of food out here in the world is right here in Michigan, man. I always wish to eat Texas biscuit. Check that out, Texas biscuits. Well, I have, and let me tell you, they are very, very good, bro. Texas biscuits, yeah. Lamb chops, I've had lamb chops before, man. Lamb chops are pretty good. But you know what? Lamb chops to me, they was always too tender, man. It was weird when I would bite into one, it was all soft and tender. It's like I don't know how to explain it, man, but I never really liked lamb chops like that, man. I never really liked it like that, man. But I've eaten lamb chops multiple times, man. You know what I mean? And I guess they're all right. I don't know what doner is. Doner? Doner. I don't know what that is, bro. I'm an American, man. I don't have a big international vocabulary of food. So you're gonna have to tell me what doner is. It's thinner shawarma. Oh man, shawarma is so good, man. I promise you. Shawarma is the business. I was going to this place in Detroit called La Kebab where they no, I'm not from Texas, man. I'm from California, but I live in Michigan. But since Michigan, where I live, is right at the Canadian border, you got international food here. Like literally you could eat whatever you want, man. You could eat whatever you want, man. Like it's all kinds of food here, bro. And I've recently developed like this huge taste for Middle Eastern food, man. They got the shawarma combo where they put the chicken and the beef on the plate, and then they got the yellow rice with the little almond chips in it, and then they got the fattoush salad. Oh man, I can eat that every day of the week, man. I swear I can. The only thing I don't like is that garlic sauce. Yeah, it is delicious, bro. I've got a couple people hooked on la kebab, but like I said, the only thing I don't like is they got this garlic sauce stuff. It's good sometimes, but I don't like the sauce that much. I'd rather eat it without the sauce because the meat is already, yeah, I like pure red meat, man. You got that right. I eat some red meat all day long, man. I'm obsessed with fish. Fish head. You can eat that daily. What kind of fish, man? Depends on the fish. Here in America, tuna fish, tilapia, catfish, well, pretty much every fish, to be honest with you. In America, you find every fish, right? But I would say the number one consumed fish in America would probably be catfish and tilapia and salmon. Top three: salmon, tilapia, and tuna fish. Mama Dolce, Die Haben. Boy, I wish I knew what you were saying right now. For Saucy, I have no idea, man. I'm gonna have to tilapia or Nile patch are my favorite. Yeah, see the problem about America though, Best Fix, is that the tilapias that they got now here in America, they're lab grown. They grow them inside of a fish farm. They're not even wild. They're fish farm fish. And that's how they have an endless supply. But see, I'm gonna tell you right now, fish will end up being the food that solves world hunger because fish are still in an abundance and now they breed fish at fish farms. So even when the cows and the chickens and the pigs are gone, there will still be plenty of fish to feed everyone. And then, of course, let's not forget about all the oh yeah, I figured it was German. You know what? Um, I know a couple people who can speak German, but me, I don't speak German. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there's this content creator. He's from Germany. You probably know who I'm talking about. Every time he makes a video, he's got like some bomb food in the video, but he always takes a shot of some kind of alcohol and then he burps at the end. But it's like, hey man, every time I see one of his videos, he's got like some really good food. Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. 5 languages, man. Shit, I wish I could speak too. Only Turks at Germany put sauce on doner. In Turkey, it's almost blasphemy to put sauce. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind if I ever find myself in Turkey. You ain't gonna catch me speaking you ain't gonna catch me putting no sauce on my doner. What languages you speak fundamentally? Fundamentality? Elizabeth, how you doing tonight? Make a grilled cheese right the F now. You know what? I wouldn't mind eating a grilled cheese sandwich. English and Portuguese. Okay. Portuguese is similar to Spanish, right? Spanish it's different, but it's the same, but it's different. Chilling, smoking, and eating making some spaghetti. Oh, that sounds good. I like spaghetti, man. I got really bad heartburn. Best Fix say he speaks 8 languages. Oh my God, man, you guys are smart as hell, man. You know you have to have a high intelligence level to be able to speak multiple languages. And that's like a proven fact. So if you guys speak more than one language, I got the intelligent crew in the house tonight, man. Ukraine, Russian, German, English, and Albanian. Okay. But I mean, that makes sense though, Versace. If you live in that area of the world, those are all the languages that people need to speak. If you want to be able to live comfortable in society and be able to communicate with everybody, you need to know Ukraine, Russian, German, English, and Albanian language. And if you do, then you can go up in any place and talk to anybody. Hey, give me a sec. All right. Practice makes perfect. Anyone could learn other languages. I only know Spanish languages. I only know Spanish and English because my boyfriend is from Mexico. Oh, you from Arizona? Okay. I've been to Bullhead City when I was doing a job in Laughlin, and then I've been to the Hoover Dam. I don't know what part of Arizona that is when you go to the Hoover Dam in Nevada and they got the line right there. You cross it, you're in Arizona. I think that's Bullhead City right there at Hoover Dam. I'm not sure. But I've been to Bullhead City to the Home Depot over there. You just cross the river and then boom, you're in Bullhead City. Mozam- Mozambican. Mozambican. Okay, what is that? What nationality is Mozambican? Hey, you guys got to give me a second because I'm trying to sell my truck and they're hitting me up. So hold on. Well, never mind now. Well, no, let me give me one second. All right. Sorry about that. It's in southeastern Africa, I guess. You know what? I figured that it sounded African. Mo, I mean, Mozambican sounds African. I want to go to Africa too, man. African people are cool, man. They get excited when Americans pop up. Not all Americans, but like most African people, they're not haters, man. They hate on each other though, but they don't hate on Americans that much. Even though I think that they don't want a bunch of Americans over there. Okay. Yeah, I can't leave the country honestly because I'm on child support. You know what? I wouldn't mind going over there and I'm gonna tell you right now, if I went to Africa, I would want to go and study Christianity in Ethiopia. You know what? Moroccan food is good too. 50 50 cent shots. I wish. That would be nice. 50 cent shots. What's the most popular alcohol over in Africa? What does everybody drink? Oh, you said in Morocco. Well, shit. Why is alcohol so expensive in America and it don't do nothing but kill everybody? Shit, I know how to make alcohol my damn self. Heineken. Okay, Heineken's cool. Heineken gives me bubble guts though, man. I stopped drinking Heineken because every time I drink it, I gotta go sit on the toilet. I used to drink a lot of Rolling Rock. Now I just drink Corona. And honestly, if I didn't have like the beginnings of an ulcer from gut inflammation, I probably would have walked and got a beer tonight. Moe's is the most iconic beer. Is 2M. Okay. So fundamentally, you're the one that lives in Arizona right now? You know, I noticed that no, I can't. Well, I can, but you have to be. Oh, I thought you said you was in Arizona, but that's what you were no, didn't you say your husband is I don't know. I probably got it. I was reading probably I don't know what I thought. I thought I saw Arizona, but it might have been on someone else's thing. But I've seen your name. You've been in my chat before. We've talked before cuz I remember the name. Fundamentality. I've seen you in the chat before. Yeah, music fan, what I was gonna say is that have I ever heard of an Islam before? Have I ever heard of Bro, are you serious? Is that a real question? Have I ever heard of Islam? Bro, I am a knowledgeable, intelligent individual. Not only have I heard of Islam, I've studied it. I have a not now, but I've had a whole friend group of Islamic brothers. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna say I'm the most knowledgeable man in the world when it comes to Islam, but I've owned a Quran. I've read it. I've been to a mosque before. I've attended Islamic services before. I've never been Islamic, but I didn't been around it. Buy me Taco Bell, and I'll change my YN ways. That was actually funny, huh? Buy me Taco Bell. Boy, you gonna be on the toilet. You gonna have to change your ways because you're gonna be stuck on the toilet. You gonna have to change your ways because you gonna be stuck on the toilet. Hey, my grandmother used to call the toilet the commode. My grandma, I miss her so much. I'm not hating on Taco Bell, man. I still eat Taco Bell, man. I just gotta find the right Taco Bell because some of these Taco Bells, they get disrespectful with the food preparation. Well, I am a non-affiliate when it comes to religion, so if somebody can convince me that the religion that I've been looking for is there, I will start attending. But as of right now, I'm just a spiritual individual, man. I don't do any religions because it gets out of hand and too many people are becoming extremists. And I'm not meaning that in a racist kind of way towards Islamics. I'm talking about Christians. I'm talking about even the Satanist people. Everybody's going crazy with their religion and they're letting it go to their head. And I just believe that the reason why is because a lot of these religious people, they want to be a part of something the same way gang members want to be a part of gangs. But since they were never a part of gangs, they just take their anger and aggressions out through religion. And so I don't deal with religion because of that. I just don't. But I don't knock anybody. What are one of the biggest signs of intelligence? You really want to know the answer to that? What, to me, this is my opinion. One of the biggest signs of intelligence to me is arrogance. Most intelligent people are always fucking arrogant. They think they know every damn thing. When I go talk to doctors, lawyers, anybody at these professional settings, it's always arrogance, an extreme amount of arrogance, uncalled for amount of arrogance. When people believe that they're intelligent and smart and got all these accolades. Now, that's not to take nothing away from intelligent people, but in today's world, people that think they're intelligent, not smart, but intelligent, book smart equals arrogance. Fundamentality says there is a difference between intelligence and know it alls. Yes, no doubt about it. I think of a person as self aware. But here's the thing, I do believe that intelligence is not something that just makes you arrogant, neither. But because I've met intelligent people, like, for an example, I've met, like, and let's just use an old mechanic for an example. He doesn't look intelligent, but if you get to talking to him, this dude knows about all kind of shit you would have never even imagined, right? Can fix anything, knows about just I can't even explain what I'm trying to say, but like there is a humble part of the intelligence spectrum where you just come to find that a person is intelligent, but you don't even see it right away. Like there's a lot of intelligent people that don't come off intelligent at all, but the more you talk to them, you realize. So what I probably meant to say is a sign of intelligence is arrogance is when people want you to know they're smart. That's the arrogant part of intelligence. But then there's another aspect because intelligence is a spectrum, right? There's lots of dynamics of it, so it's not just one kind. But I just chose to speak on that dynamic of intelligence, which is maybe it's because I've been in Michigan too long, and this is a place where a lot of people think that they're fucking smart, and they want everyone to know that they're smart. And maybe that's what it is. But like I've met other aspects of intelligent people to where they're not arrogant at all. In fact, they're very friendly and kind, and they can help you with just about anything. Like for example, Music fan. Brian's dad was intelligent to the core, but he was a really nice guy. But he had a little bit of arrogant edge to him too. Authority is tough to manage, but I get your gist. Okay, so you know what? Fundamentality, you just put something on my mind that I should have said from the beginning. Authoritarian intelligence. Intelligent with authority equals in intelligence with authority equals arrogance. So maybe that's what I meant. I've been around a lot of intelligent people with authority, and so it translated into arrogance to me. When I always knew I was an intelligent individual, but I get around people that feel like I'm not, they try to play on my top just to discover later that I'm actually intelligent too, but just in another dynamic. But some authoritative intelligent people, they don't respect other dynamics of intelligence. They only respect their own dynamic, which is other people that do what they do. I don't know. I don't know. I don't because I don't want to seem like I'm targeting a certain group or nothing like that. That's not what I'm trying to do. All I'm trying to say is that I have come to find that one sign of intelligence that I've come across in my life, but like you said, it's the authoritative type of intelligence comes off as arrogance, and that's what I meant to say. And so that's my final answer. Hey guys, I will be back in just a second. Let me read these comments though real quick. But it's so easy dunking on you fools. Okay. Fundamentality fundamentality says exactly. And Nader, a guy named Nader sold me a car once. He was from the Middle East. Jesus was sent by God. Jesus prayed to God. Jesus is not God. Of course, Jesus is the Son of God, is what they say. But for me, that's still up for debate. I'm not denying it, but I'm not accepting it. I'm saying that I need more information. It's pending, it's downloading. It's one of those subjects that, like, you ever clicked on something and it just downloaded forever? And it just, no matter what you did, the only way to fix the problem is to back out of the app instead of trying to move forward. You go to click on it and it just downloads for that's how I am with Jesus, man. It's like I try to think about it, but it just downloads forever. It doesn't take me anywhere trying to understand who Jesus was. So that's my problem. It just downloads forever, man. I'll be right back though. The baby you bought never got. Hey, I don't know if you're still good. I wanted to eat them, but the reason I didn't is because I didn't want to eat up all the shit. And I mean, I would eat them, but like every time I eat something, I gotta eat about it. So it's like I don't just be so quick to eat shit. And when I do, I ask. But then I I'll go make me a salad with no salad. But I don't know, are the cucumbers still any good? That sucks. Well, now that you said that, believe you me, that won't happen again. But no, you gotta get some more. There's only one. All that meat, there's only 16 bags, and I usually feed meat. Yeah, but give me these. Be quiet. You gonna come in here? You gonna come hang out? Come hang out, bro. Come hang out. The people want to see you, bro. Don't be licking me, man. That's Danny, y'all. So let's see what we talking about. So since I've been gone, have you ever read the Quran? Absolutely, I've read the Quran. Do you read the Quran? You really believe the creation? Christianity doesn't make any sense. Fundamentality. Hey, let's not debate. Yeah, we not trying to. We was talking about food, and I was taught a long time ago. There's three subjects you never talk about: religion, politics, and another man's wife. I'm not going to indulge in religion. You got the wrong guy if you think you're going to sit up here and argue religion in my page. You got the wrong guy. I'll start talking about rappers and the Illuminati before I talk about religion. I don't want to debate. I don't even like talking about religion because that's when everyone's beliefs come out, and like the thing about it is beliefs are too strong for me. Like I didn't come from a very strong religious background, to be honest. Like my people were drug addicts, gang members, and street people. So like I'm real flexible when it comes to stuff like that. Like um I didn't come from a strict religious background. So it's really hard to relate to strict religious people. It's hard to relate because I just didn't we went to church. We praised God. We did all of that. But we just weren't strictly religious. We didn't have like strong religious like values like we should have. Not saying that we shouldn't have, but like I was raised in a world to where people were able to believe was but still commit sins. That's the kind of world I came up in. Like we believed, we worshiped, we feared God, but we still sinned. We just believed that we could ask for forgiveness after we sinned. I hate to say it, but that's the truth. Like, so when I come across people who act like they don't sin, I just don't want to hear it. What up, Cherry? How you doing? Cherry, you're in Michigan, right? You're up there near the Flint area, ain't you? I believe that's you that's from out this way. Oh no, that's right. Tennessee. My bad. I don't know why I thought that was you. And you just told me that like yesterday too, man. I be forgetting. My hair is all messed up. I haven't shaved. I got my glasses and my coat on. There's supposed to be a huge storm coming through of snow here in next couple next couple days. So a lot of people are worried, man. Nader says that the people that don't want to talk about religion are the people that don't want to find the truth because they are scared they might have to follow a set of rules. Yeah, you know what, Nader? You are right. That's the problem right there, is that you're right. You're right, man. It's not that we're scared, it's that we're not disciplined enough to follow the rules. You feel me? Okay, man, in the house. We not disciplined enough, man. I was working with let me tell you a quick little story, Nader. I was working with a guy from Serbia. Or no, not Serbia. Yeah, it was Serbia. He's Serbian. Tow truck driver, trying to get a job, right? This dude would pull the tow truck over and he would pray 5 times a day. And me not being from that strong religious background was kind of uncomfortable, made me feel intimidated around this strong religious, you know, here in America, it's just different, right? But that's why I'm not a Christian either, because I feel like the Christians of America, a lot of them wear a mask, and a lot of Christians, and I don't care what anyone say, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it out loud. I believe that a lot of Christians in America are satanic, and they just be hiding behind a Christianity mask. That's what I believe. I believe a lot of Christians hide behind a Christian mask, but they're really satanic. Man, I'm all right, okay, man. Did you ever go check did you ever go check Etsy? Christianity is just a name. No, it's more than a name. It's a way of life for some people. It's a way of life, man. You may not wanna you may not wanna like accept that. Not I don't really, I think accept ain't the right word, but you may not want to believe that, but like, yeah, yeah, no doubt. Make sure you do, man, because you could type in anything. It's put it like this. Etsy is a website where you got 100 jewelry stores on one app. You can shop in Texas, you can shop in New York, you can shop in California, Michigan, anywhere. That's what I like about Etsy. It's all the jewelry stores meet up on one app. So who actually follow us? Who actually follow us? Jesus, Christians, or Muslims? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you though, bro. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you having this conversation with me about religion. I don't want you to think that I don't care about it. It's just that when it comes to religion, man, through these eyes, I've seen straight up fuckery by these religious people from the time that I was a child to a grown man. So the way I see it is, I don't like to talk about religion because I've been exposed to too many hypocrites throughout my life. That's why. And I'm telling you that a lot of people hide behind their religion to be dark, satanic individuals. A lot of people, the percentage is too high for me to feel comfortable with, right? That's why I don't attend any religious services of any kind whatsoever. You know what I do? I sit in my four cornered room quietly and I talk to God. That's it. That's all. That's how and let me tell you something, bro. On top of that, I've already experienced miracles in my life. I don't got to join no team. I don't got to be a part of no nation. I don't got to do shit. All I got to do is talk to God, and that's it. I don't care whose God I'm talking to, but I'll tell you this, I'm talking to my God because I'm talking to my creator, man. That's who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my creator, you know. I don't need to show up to a church, to a service. I don't even like people enough to want to fellowship with them. I'm not a public spirited person to a degree. That's why being a content creator worked for me because I can talk to people without actually being in the room with them. You know, it's just a preference. You know, it's just a preference, man. But you know, I understand that people are different, and some people, you know, people they hold on to that religious aspect of life to the point where people do extreme shit in the name of religion, right? And me, I'm just not one of them guys. I'm not one of those type of guys. I'm the kind of person that'll sit in a four cornered room in silence, meditate with my ancestors, and talk to my God, my creator, the holy administrator. And that's how I get down. That's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about other people how they get down. You know what I'm saying? But me, the way I get down is just like, hey man, I am fully aware that God exists, but I don't gotta go join anybody's church just to validate. Damn, man. Why does this camera got my forehead looking crazy? Hey, whoever set up anything? Okay, well let me ask you this: what what is the definition of a human god? Like I would never, I wouldn't dare. A human god? Like who would that be? Donald Trump or some fucking body? Who would be considered a human god? That is something that you don't even need to say to a person like me because I don't even have any heroes. I'm like E40, fuck everyone else. I'd rather put me on my own shirt. Someone that eats, that doesn't know the hour, had to rest. Okay, no doubt, man. Hey, but like I said, I respect it in you, man. But the good part for you is you're not talking to. And see, the other thing is the reason I feel like religion is gangbanging is because I'm assuming you're a Muslim, right? You can't go have a conversation with any old Christian. They'll disrespect you and say everything that you believe ain't shit because religion is the same as gangbanging. And then what is why would this guy say this to me? You know our religion, make that sounds like you're trying to recruit people, man. That doesn't sound religious to me. I never heard, well yes I have, but that's why I don't fuck around with it, cause people want to recruit, man. Oh, what's going on, Extreme Bike Bills? Yeah, happy Black History Month. Like I don't know anything, man, about your religion, man. Like I said, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim, man. I'm not a Christian, not a Buddhist, not a Satanist. I'm not anything, man. I'm just a guy that doesn't really care much about what other people think or say. I have my own thoughts. And my whole thing is this: if you step to me with some real news I could use, then I'll actually really take it easy and listen to what you're talking about. Right? I will make a conscious effort to listen to what you're talking about. Like I really will. But if you just gonna sit up here and say stuff like, man, you know our religious is real. You know my religious is the real. Like that's the wrong shit to say to me because I don't know nothing, man. And even if I did, I don't know it with you. Just because the way you coming at me, no, I don't know nothing, homie. Nope. I know you're right, but you're not right because I said you're not. I just play stupid just because, like, you coming at me wrong. Why would I come back to you? I don't know you, man. I don't owe you anything. I don't need to prove myself, and I damn sure don't need to be validated by you, sir. Okay? You're not my validator. Okay? So I will not be reading the Quran, and I will not be coming back to you because you are not greater than me. But you can pull that shit on somebody else with a weaker mind. Go talk to someone who will actually listen. That's what you could do. I'm giving you the courtesy of you being on my channel, and I'm trying to keep it respectful, and I'm trying to keep it like on that level with you. But like, I can see that your whole intent was to argue from the beginning. And by the way, we not brothers neither. Cause if you, well, my brother is a pussy. So maybe you are my brother. Cause you know he would talk to me the way you talking to me too. So maybe so, man. I'm not in my feelings, bro. You're trying to like force feed some shit, and you like you force feeding something to a grown up. Like I'm a grown up, man. I'm not a child. I don't. You just told me to go read the Bible and come back to you. I know you didn't mean that in its entirety, but it's just like the wordage is crazy. I don't need to go and do anything for anybody. What makes you think I want to read the Quran? I don't. I have a Bible because that's what I've always had my entire life. I have a Bible for the same reason you have a Quran. I respect the Islamic people, but I'm not going to sit here and have you tell me what I need to do because I'm the wrong person, man. And like I told you, religion is not an argument. It's not even a conversation. And this is why I stay away from religious people because I hate this bullshit y'all be trying to do. It makes me want to fucking punch you, man. I don't be wanting to hear that. I don't give a fuck how religious you are. I don't care. Not me. And that's respectfully, of course, but I don't care. And you can't be mad at the fact that I don't care. You can, but you shouldn't be. Like, why do you want to be upset at the fact that I don't give a damn what you're talking about? I don't care. It sounded to me like you up in here trying to recruit somebody, trying to convert them. And if that's the case, then do what you do. Okay, Billy Badass, you got the right. But at that point, the fight stops. If you catch my drift, since you want to call people a boy, hey man, I'll be your boy. I'll be your boy, man. I ain't the toughest motherfucker you seen. But I'll tell you what, I'll give you a run for any amount of money. Since Billy wanna step in here like he's a tough guy, get on up out of here, man. I know people take a look at me and I don't know what they think they see. What you think you see weakness or something, man? I'll be weak just for you, baby. But in the meantime, in between time, get on up out of here, man. But But that's all I got to say about that religious stuff, man. It ain't an argument. It's not even a discussion. It's like we'll spend 5 minutes on that and then we move to another topic. This is not a religious channel, right? We're not going to clog up the airwaves with a person's political views, a person's religious views. We can talk about them respectfully, but when it's time to move on, we got to move on, man. We got to move on. This guy going to tell me don't be out here worshiping a human god, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? A human? Who the fuck is worshiping a human? Like who the and Christians may wear masks, but I don't even think they're worshiping human gods, right? I don't even think they. Hey, don't make me turn the light off. I also walk around in the daytime with a flashlight on. So how about that? Just so I can make sure I can see clearly. When my girl runs off on me, I go looking for her in the middle of the day with a flashlight on. Where you go, baby? Well, the thing was, he wanted to ignore. No, excuse me. He wanted to argue from the very beginning. He just wanted to come off as a nice guy because a lot of these guys, they're religiously aggressive, right? They really want to argue, is what they really want to do. And it's just like, hey, man, it may take him 30 minutes to get worked up. That's how you know he talks about it a lot. But I want you to know, Nader, if you're still in here, I respect what you believe in, bro. Don't think I don't. It ain't about that. It ain't about disrespect. It's just about this. You can't force a person to see shit your way. You just can't. I've tried to do it myself. Trying to get people to see shit my way made me bump my head every single time. Right? I know you talk about that shit a lot with a lot of folks. I know you do, but like I say, we can talk about it for a few minutes, but we can't get into a debate over it because then that's when like in my opinion that's when it turns aggressive. And that could be looked at as a sin in a lot of religions if you think about it. Like God don't want you arguing about him, right? Anybody's God. Like I worship the one and the only God, though. I do want to throw that out there. I worship the one and only Creator, and guess what? If my Creator in in my frequency is also your Creator connected to your frequency, the only thing that has us disconnected is the fact that you're a Muslim and I'm not. But that don't mean that we don't talk to the same God, right? But I do agree with what you said though about people be afraid to have to follow the rules. And then I said, well, it's not necessarily follow the rules. They're not scared of it. It's just that people don't want to be bothered with having to be disciplined. That's it. People don't want to be disciplined, man. That's why the world is going to hell because nobody wants to be disciplined. I'm not disciplined, right? I'm not. I hope I don't have to go to the deepest depths of hells, bro. I hope I don't need to but if I do, hey man, I gave life my best shot. Well, that's an excuse too. I didn't give life my best shot. I just wake up every day, live my life, have a bunch of bad habits, complain about shit, indulge in poisonous behavior, but at the same time, we want to be good, like I want to be good, but one thing I don't want to do is argue with a person about God. Like I would never want to do that. And I'm almost 100% sure that and honestly, let me tell you something. If we talked off of this camera, off of this platform, you would be surprised to its entirety to know my real viewpoints. and how I feel about the world, life, religion, God, this, that, the third, you would be shocked. Because I promise you this, my viewpoints ain't like anybody's you ever heard. But I will also say this, and I will end with this as well. I've already experienced life saving miracles in my life. And I will also say this in closing, I owe everything to God, bro. I owe everything to Him. I sold my soul to God a long time ago and I didn't get nothing for it. I just gave it to Him because He gave it to me. So here, God, it's your soul. You gave it to me, I'm giving it back. But He said, I don't need it. It's your soul. You just take care of it while you're down there. So that's what I've been doing. Trying to take care of it anyway. Doing the best I can with what I got. A lot of people out here persecuting people like me. A lot of people out here, a lot of Satan, a lot of demonic activity surrounds me, sir. Lots of it. I think my family was connected to a COVID and signed a deal with the devil without my knowledge because a lot of cult like activity takes place around me. I've been in situations with people that I knew lots of secrets were hidden from me throughout my entire motherfucking life. So if you sat down with me and had a conversation outside of this platform, you would probably be fascinated by my story and the shit I have to say. But I can't just put everything on the wood on this platform because we got trolls watching, we got agents listening, we got haters, we got admirers, we got fanatics, we got extremists, we got weirdos, we got every motherfucker you're gonna find under the rainbow watching. So I can't put it all out there for you, but I can say certain shit and other shit that I gotta keep close to the chest. But you would be fascinated, man. But I ain't got the time. This ain't the place to talk about religion. This is not the place. And all you gotta do is look at the other people in the comments, right? Pay attention to the comment section. Don't let me be the only one reading all this garbage and filth coming through this damn. This is complete filth. You want to talk about religion? Why would we talk about that on this filthy chat? This is filthy. This is blasphemous behavior, right? This is hardly the place to talk about God. You know, we ain't gonna do that. We'll speak briefly on it. You got satanic fucks all through this. Like, we ain't doing that. Yeah, a lot of this shit is filth. Well, if that's how you feel, I'm not. I'm not. I don't get paid for my opinions, but it would be nice. Do you get paid for yours? If so, who you work for? Because man, I'm looking for a job, man. Who is out there paying people for their opinion, man? Because I'm looking for a job, right? Because you niggas that talking like you get paid for your opinion, and if you do, I hope you getting paid good money. Because I don't get paid for my opinion. I give it away for free. But I just wanted to put that out there. But once again, man, look at the chat. You want to talk about anything religious related, find an appropriate place to do it, right? And I'll tell you this, Nader, I'll extend my email address to you. Look in my profile on my about page of my channel. Copy that email down and get at me off of here. And I'll talk to you, but we ain't going to do it here. We can't do it here. This is filth. Read the comments, man. It's pure filth. You didn't you didn't started talking about something around a bunch of devils, bro. All you gonna do is cause chaos. We already caused chaos. Read the comments. Yeah, it's some real satanic individuals. That's like I said, man. The majority of society wears a mask. You can't even trust people. They ain't who they say they are. Even the most basic motherfucker ain't who they say they are nowadays. You find a basic bitch and they ain't even who they. You ain't no basic bitch. You a lie. You wearing a mask. You masquerading as a basic bitch. Real talk. But like I said, Nader, I extended the email to you, and shoot me an email, man. It's real. You know how to work email. Shoot me an email. We can have this conversation again, but I don't want to do it in front of all this filth because it's just like I do respect religion and all of that. I absolutely do, but like that's why I offer an email for these kind of situations. So you can get at me on some. Like there are certain people that I will take this outside of the page, the public space, but we got to keep it light here. Like you got to keep it lighthearted. You got to keep it simple for the simple-minded people, right? You can't get too deep on YouTube. I'm sorry. You can try. You could try. If you ain't dealing with the trolls, you just dealing with shallow hows, but you can't get too deep, right? People don't want to hear it. They ain't got the attention span for it. They got temperamental issues. They got anger issues. They got obsessive compulsive issues. They got mental instability. There's a lot going on YouTube, man. You got people suffering from loneliness, depression. You got people suffering from real demonic possessions. You know what I'm saying? Why you sitting up here telling me I got demons inside of me? What about all those motherfuckers out there who got real demonic possessions, right? So you got to think about this. But like I said, just I've extended the email to you. It's up to you to use it, right? You talk about let's meet and shit. Like, hey man, shoot me an email, man. Like, stop trying to move forward and skip steps. Shoot me an email. Tell me about yourself. I don't even know where the fuck you from. I don't know nothing about you. You talking about let's meet. But anyways, though, man, it's 157 minutes in, 11 in the chat tonight, 14 likes. Man, why don't you get them likes up, man? Yeah, I'm from Michigan too, man. I'm in Southfield. I figured you was in Michigan. I just didn't say nothing. What's going on, Milt? As a matter of fact, hey man, check it out. I need a break, man. You done got me worked up. All right, I'm back, Jack. Check this out, man. God put me in a position to have to make a statement. He put something on my heart to tell you motherfuckers something, man. He told me to tell you that we are a community and we've been operating longer than you've been alive. Take it for what you want to take it for, but that's what he told me to tell you. And whatever that says, Mr. Fun says, what is the status of Massachusetts? My son is in MIT. Oh, great news. He's going to be a great individual. Just make sure he don't take the oath, sir. From Russia with love. Oh, we love Putin, man. Vladimir is fantastic, man. I really like that dude, man. He exposes the demons, the real ones. That's a real leader right there. And he still ain't lifted a finger to attack nothing. But he could. Shout out to Vladimir, man. I don't know about Biden. I don't know about that. I respect that guy, man. I sat there and watched the whole video of world leaders not wanting to shake his hand, and I still don't know why. He just smiles at him. That's a real leader. He ain't got people trying to impeach him. He ain't got world leaders. Well, he got world leaders trying to talk down to him, but he's a very powerful man right there. Well, that was something different, right? That's an ongoing conflict that we don't know nothing about. I ain't talking about Ukraine, right? But let's talk about America. We're trying to take Greenland right now, and it's all over every platform in the world right now. So, you know, we got satanic world leaders, straight up satanic. The whole government is satanic, military and everything. We were built on satanic activity, unfortunately. Don't get beside yourself, Mr. Evans. We both know that's not true. That's why people are fleeing. And honestly, I don't know anything about the conflict with Ukraine other than they've been trying to absorb Ukraine for many years. But I can tell you this fact for sure: our whole political system is satanic, and they don't even bow to the American people. They don't honor the American people. As a matter of fact, we're a secret third world country. We just know how to make it look nice. Where it's a secret third world country though. Is there anything wrong with being satanic? I think so. I think there's a lot of things wrong with it, but I don't get paid for my opinion, so that was a completely independent opinion, an unbiased opinion. I didn't get paid to say that. I'm not a Satanist, sir. I would never. I wouldn't dare. It's not that serious to me. You know what? IGC, I do have an orbital cannon. Yes, I do. If you know, you know. I have an orbital cannon. Mr. Evans wants to know if the world is round. I answer a question with a question. Evans, what do you think? Do you think the world is flat or do you think it's round? In my opinion, my humble opinion, it doesn't matter to me. Because whether it was round or flat, the world is still fucked up. It is sunny. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'll braid it when I feel like it. I got a lot of hair, man. I got a lot of hair, bro. It's in a ponytail, but I got a lot of hair, sir. If they allowed him to buy it, he would. But I think he wants to invade instead. I don't know what the new conflict with Greenland is. I feel like that came out of left field. Hey, I highly appreciate it, Mr. Evans. Gotta have the shades, man. I'm trying to block my eyes from the UV rays that comes from the phone screen. People don't know how damaging the emissions from these phones are. It damages your eyes, the nerves, the cells, the everything. These are prism lenses. They block a lot of the rays that come from televisions, phones, and tablets, the LED lights. They may not block them 100%, but they block them enough to where I can preserve my eyesight for a little while longer. I'm not just wearing glasses in a dim room for no reason. You know what, music fan? I've received a lot of traffic today through my channel, and it's odd if you ask me because I've been on a decline lately. But I think that as I keep dropping these videos and I keep doing what I do best, I will continue to gradually get to a point where my well, you know what, Vinny? I don't really know what you call it, but it's some type of light that's damaging to your eyes. That's why there's warnings on, like, iPhones have warnings. Too much screen time. If you want to see how damaging a phone is, make a ring out of a Brillo pad and then have somebody call the phone and it will set the Brillo pad on fire. Okay, well, you could put on you some prism lenses like these and block out a lot of the blue light. It's up to you though. I realize that I'm dealing with a lot of know-it-alls, so there's nothing I could really say to people like that. I'm a know-it-all myself. I don't know everything. I really don't know anything. Yeah, I'm damaged too. Don't worry about it. A lot of us are out here damaged. No, I make 36 on a good year. According to my last place of employment, I made 52. I'm unemployed. I don't have any. I don't have any big bucks. I took a major pay cut. Yep, you got that right. It's too complicated to explain, gospel. And tonight ain't even the night to get into that. But just know I got skilled trades under my belt. I've done a lot. I'm gonna still do a lot. I'm currently in pursuits of creating my own opportunities instead of relying on man-made opportunities. Not man-made, but just yeah. I'm going through a time period in my life where I want to create my own opportunities. David Castillo told Unc to just give up. How about that? Sounds good to me, gospel. Sounds good to me. I hope you do make it on your own. I'm a skilled welder. I don't know. It sounds like you're trolling me, so I'm gonna end the conversation with you, man. MIG welding of any kind. I could weld anything. Pretty sick trade. When you get in a good company, it's worth it. There's a lot of bad people out here, though. A lot of bad people. Yeah, I know how to stick. I know how to flux core. Not real strong in TIG, but I know the I know the fundamentals of TIG. Garrett wants to know if this is the Matrix, man. Let me tell you something, man. If you got to answer, I did. That was the first type of welding I ever learned was flux core. I used to weld outside in Nevada. I used to build shit every day, all day. Spent my entire day building shit from sun up to sundown, building carports, repairing fences, building fences, installing fences. I've been installed thousands and thousands and thousands of feet of carports and fences, as a matter of fact. Been a part of a lot of big jobs. No, I never did heavy gauge flux core. I do heavy gauge MIG welding, structural. I've done plenty of structural, man. Plenty of structural. 045 wire. As a matter of fact, I was involved in the job here in Michigan remodeling the Detroit Lions Stadium. No, I ain't never worked with 072. I know it's out there, but I ain't never worked with it. Absolutely appreciate it, Osama. Oh man, I can build. I can build, man. I can build anything. And people that know me out here, they know. They be hating on me, but they know. I be putting it down. I know how to stick weld. 60, 10, 70, 18. I can stick weld. I used to stick shit out there in Nevada, in Vegas. I used to be all around town stick welding. I didn't stick welded a few carports by choice. I could have used flux core, but I chose to stick weld. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I ain't been in Vegas in 10 years. And I'll tell you this, ain't shit I ever welded broke or fell down. Yeah, I ate dinner, donuts and milk. I ate pork chops and greens. You know what? I probably heard of 7014, but I ain't never used it. We used 90% of the time 7018 rod. That was the go to. That and 6010. But like I said, I got almost 20 years in the game, off and on, though. Off and on. They don't want me in the business no more. Yeah, that's why I wear these glasses, welding too much. I done got my eyeball drilled out 3 separate times, getting metal shavings in my eye. You ain't a real man until you get your eyeball drilled out. Oh, so you trolling me now? Okay, well, our conversation is over. Just a matter of time before you get taken out of here by security. Luke Ferris is reverse projecting. I like that. That's creative. Using my lines. I like that. Off Whaley, I'm up to nothing, man. I'm just enjoying the night, putting in work on my channel, and doing me, interacting with the people that are worth interacting with. And when I'm done doing this, I'm gonna take my ass to bed for the night. We're at 182 minutes. I might take it all the way to 220 minutes, maybe 240 minutes. Or I'll just cut this motherfucker right now and go to sleep early. It's only 9:20. I usually stay up to around 11. That gives me an hour and 40 minutes. That's an extra 100 minutes. That'll put me at 282 minutes. We ain't going that far. I ain't trying to stream for 5 hours. I tried that. Very exhausting. Reading the comments from the haters and trying to keep up. I don't know. We'll see. Once I hit 200, it's all downhill from there. So I didn't been reduced to just just give it a few minutes. I'll let the algorithm work itself out. It always does, man. I really hope dude sends me an email. I'm kind of hoping to hear from him, music fan. The Muslim dude. He's saying in Michigan, but I want to see how far he takes it. Try to get me to join the mosque. I would check my emails right now, but I'm gonna wait. You got to give people time. You know the good part about me that I regret? This is one of my main regrets. You don't never have to give me time. I've always been one of those people that respond right away. I don't waste time with people, right? But I never got that same respect in return from just about anybody. So that's a regret of mine that I was always a fast responder. I got right on tasks. Motherfucker called me and asked me to do something. I was always right there. Didn't waste no time. And just imagine if I got that same type of respect from others, man. My life would have been in a totally different trajectory. But I ain't complaining. I'm just saying. Person tell you they gonna do something and then they don't do it. And then when I come back days later, like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's like, you ain't forget. You ain't forget. You just one of them people. People don't be forgetting. I just been surrounded by one community a majority of my life. One community. And I knew it was one community because everybody acts the same. Like, you kind of pick up on it after a while, like, damn, all these different people, but they got the same type of mindset. It starts to just scream at you after a while. I don't know, Jason, what do you consider yourself? You know what? I'm really feeling like that's the move, Mr. C. That just might, I still got time. I still got time. The only thing is, I don't want to spend the money. Well, that's my answer to you. I don't consider myself a leader. I just do stuff and people follow. I didn't elect myself as a leader, the people did. That's why they're saying I'm not a leader. That's a sure sign of being accused of being a leader. Because if I wasn't a leader, nobody would be saying I wasn't. That's the beauty of life. Wordplay says a lot if you know how to read through the words. For example, dude about 10 minutes ago said I should just give up. What he really meant is keep going. That's what he really meant. The thing is, people's conversation skills will reveal their motives and their agendas. All you got to do a lot of times, what I found about life is whatever people say to you out of hate, put it in reverse, and that becomes the truth. If someone says you ain't shit, that's because to them you are everything. If someone tells you to give up, that's them saying they like what you're doing. People call you a follower, that's just because they don't have the balls to call you a leader. You just put it in reverse. 9 out of 10 of everything people say out of hate, you put it in reverse and you'll be able to read people correctly. She loves you. You get it. I like that. You get it. You know the old saying, The more you know. See, people are taught from babies how to reverse project, right? That's something that a lot of Americans are good at doing. They know how to reverse project. So all you do is reverse the reverse and then you get the truth. I don't know why people reverse project. I always thought that was silly. Like people like to talk in reverse. I guess it's some kind of mental fuckery tactic. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to see that you guys are very smart too. Makes me feel good knowing that the smart guys come and fuck with me on a regular basis too. That's what this channel is about, intelligence. So if you feel like you're a smart ass, come over here. We accept all smart asses, all of them, especially the ones that are witty and gritty. I didn't know you was in timeout, Vinny. I ain't put you in timeout. My moderator did, man. I told my moderator that I won't question my moderator's decisions at all. If they decide to whack you, all I can say is, where the fuck did Vinny go? They whacked him. Why the fuck did they whack Vinny? Vinny was the made man. Fucking Vinny, man. Vinny got fucking whacked. No, I ain't from Colorado. Never even been to Colorado. Yeah, I got booted from the industry. They don't want me around no more. So you know what I did? I went and threw a boohoo barbecue. Just me, myself, and I. Grilled up a whole bunch of chicken for my boohoo barbecue. I was never part of the industry in the first fucking place. I just knew how to weld really good. That's all. When you're good at what you do, people hate on you. That's all. Because the same people that booted me, they weren't very good. They were just handicapped. Well, I didn't dance with the big dogs, bro. That's my problem. I got recognized by the big dogs, and they couldn't even understand how I was able to make enough noise for them to notice me. I've been around big dogs my whole life. But just remember this though, Vinny. The big dogs started out as little dogs. Hey, music fan, I see you're not doing your job very well tonight. You're letting people not even slip through the cracks. You're letting them stomp on the cracks. Sometimes music fan gets selective. That was my problem, Vinny. That's part of the reason they blackballed me because they kept putting me in positions to get one upped. And one thing that they love to do out here in Michigan is they like to put the blacks against each other. It's a little tradition of the white man. He likes to put the black man in conflict and competition. Just something they like to do. And the crazy part about it is some of these black niggas, they play the game because they want to keep their jobs. They want to be relevant. They want to be as close to the big dog as possible. So they'll backdoor you. It ain't really about race. It ain't about race. It's about a pecking order, you know. And like I said, I've been on big dog's radar for a long time. They see me and they feel like because I'm a little dog, they can take advantage. So you know what they do? They put a black nigga against me, and I just don't get it. They got all these black niggas ready to go do the devil's work. I mean, I ain't gonna call it the devil's work, but you know, they'll just do something strange for a little bit of change. That's all. But like I said, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Cause they right here on my page right now. They love to talk shit, rub it in my face that they got some kind of fake power. They got the power to hire you at a job to make shitty wages. They want you to believe that's something worth having. I've created my own opportunities though. I don't care about no industries, man. I'll go clean toilets. It really don't matter to me. It don't matter. It's a community, like I said, and they've been operating this way for longer than I've been alive. It's just how they get down. And if I don't play the game with them and compete with these black niggas that they have their little bootlickers and coon ass niggas, then I won't have a job. Simple as that. The white man likes to take two black people and make them go against each other like we're dogs. They want to see us fight. That's what they do. They want to see two black dogs fight each other. And if one dog's not willing to fight, they'll just blackball you. You're of no use to us because you won't entertain us. It ain't about the job. It ain't about the work. It's just about you either follow our rules or you won't have nowhere to work. You won't be able to support yourself, your family, your friends, or nothing else. And I chose not to play the game. I actually told him to his face, fuck you and your game, bitch. And now look at me. I'm out here creating opportunities for myself, or I'm out here creating problems for myself because I chose not to play the game. And that is a big problem. You play the game or else. Absolutely, Bear. Appreciate that. But like I said, Vinny, it ain't about racism. It's something much darker than race. They want you to believe that it's racism, but it's not. It's just that the wealthy likes to watch the non-wealthy be in conflict, and you can't escape it. It's everywhere. You can't escape it. Everybody plays the game. It's just that a lot of these cats is too scared to stand up because they need their 9 to 5s. They need them. They wouldn't be able to go buy their Cadillacs and lease their houses, buy a nice pair of Jordans. So they play the game. What's going on, LOL? But let me tell you this though, Vinny. I've been in the game long enough to be good at what I do. And that's another reason they booted me. That's another reason. I was too damn good for my own good. And all I was doing was working. I wasn't trying to be good. I'm just good at everything I do. I don't try to be good at everything I do. I just came from a part of the world where all the odds are against you. So you got to be good. You can't afford to be bad. And then you realize, oh shit, I done got too good. Now the big dogs are watching and now they want to play with me. And if I don't play back with them, they're like vindictive women. They get mad and do all kind of fucked up shit. Misuse of power is, if you ask me, it's what you call that, a misuse of power. Abuse of power, whatever you want to call it. You think you doing good, you really not. Because with them, they got money. They ain't out here working for it. They got to a point where, their little secret squirrel societies, they just like to see two black dogs fight each other. That's their entertainment. They want to see people crash out, sabotage themselves. You want to see how she looking? Go check my shorts out. I got a couple videos on there for you. Yeah, you right. LOL, that's exactly what they're on. They ain't on some Hunger Game shit. They're on Hunger Game. That's the whole, like, and you know what's crazy? They use your own people to do it. They use your own, and you know why? It's a club, and I ain't in it. It's not racism. That's just what they try to like make it seem like it is, but it ain't racism. See, I was that guy. My problem was I stand up to the power. I'm surprised I'm not dead, to be honest with you. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I survived the attacks because they tried to kill me. They definitely did that. They tried to poison the shit out of me. Imagine that. Getting poisoned because some people don't like you. They don't like your confidence. So they say, well, we're just going to kill him, guys, because we don't like his confidence. He's bigger than the program. He's bigger than his britches. He don't understand the way of life for us. We've been doing this for longer than he's been alive. This is our way of life. This is our community. So let's just poison him. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. They put a price on my head. And a lot of people try to collect. Well, you better be careful because they'll find a way to get it. They will find a way. Me, they didn't want nothing from me. They just wanted me up out of here. I think somebody wanted to feast on my heart. Somebody wanted to throw my heart in a pot, cook it, and eat it with some barbecue sauce. Hey, but look though, man.